mine. Not heard a word since don't know when. Did you get my emails? Well, how about it then? Why won't you speak? Did you ever care for me? Clear the air for me, say hello. Am I not your friend anymore? Say hello.
Wonder what she expects of me. Am I still the person she knows? Wonder what she detects of me. I am almost certain it shows. But something happens when I see her eyes. Not a trace of compromise. Wear a good disguise or give it all away. Will I see any change in her? Will she be receptive to me? I could feel something strange in her, and I know how firm she can be. But something happens when I see her eyes. Will they still mesmerize? As our tempers rise, it started yesterday. Now I find I try not to think of her, trembling as I stand on the brink of her, knowing that it's me that I see in her eyes. Look at me and I turn from her and the damage she may have done. Though you'd think I would learn from her, well, I'm never certain who won. But something happens when I see her eyes, those I used to idolize. I left the lucky prize for someone else to find. So please, don't let me change my mind.
Hi. It's good to see you. That's a Joe Dias piece, right? Pete says you've been working on your own house for a couple of years now. What clock are you racing against?
So, what else does Pete say?
Only that you've designed it yourself and you're hoping to build houses for sale.
Pete's my PR man.
Well, he fills me in on all the news I don't get from you. Did you know Dougie's getting married? Don't ask me who. One does lose touch when one lives in London and one's brother lives in the high Arctic. He's only known her a couple of months. He was on his way back from the Yukon. His van broke down in some road stop called Dee's Lake. I think she ran the only restaurant or something. Her brother was the closest thing this place had to a mechanic. He was stuck there for a week and bored, so... Anyway, we said hello. She complimented me on my earrings. After a great deal of thought, I finally told her how cute I thought her socks were.
Her socks?
They were the kind with stripes that have little eyes on each toe. I'm staying with Sheila and Pete. Mom's got about all she can handle right now, so... And always in-laws. I don't know. Should I call my brother's in-laws family?
If you didn't choose them, they must be.
They're not my family. They're Dougie's, and he can put up with them. I should say future family. It's not a fait accompli yet.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
You give him the benefit, I'll give him the doubt.
But you flew 7,000 miles to see him anyway?
Some people go to fires, I go to weddings.
I guess I'm just not destined to get any work done tonight. So, how's life in old Blighty?
Oh, don't start. I've been in London for 12 years and I'm still Canadian. You should be glad you weren't with me yesterday. It was just not a happening thing. First, this cerebral nonentity named Jack Miller comes in. He wants to see the campaign he commissioned last Tuesday. 36 hours from when the ink dries on the contract, he wants conceptual art. Only he didn't tell us that. He just expects us to have it ready.
So, what do?
I grab the next flight over here. My credo is never solve a problem you can dodge. I swear by it.
She talks like a jingle.
It looks like he's single.
She's really made herself a name.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch of the West End.
She's making 5 zeros. De Winters are her heroes, but I'm not even in the game. So now we're filling in the spaces.
He's pretending to really care, and while we're having a conversation,
No, it's more like a
is
questionnaire.
there a feeling worth holding on to, or a matter of protocol? There must be a way of breaking down this wall.
I still ski sometimes. I managed to get away to Big White for a few days last Christmas. Oh, it was great. Did I tell you I was on a local ski team for a while? It was about 3 or 4 years ago. I even made it into the provincial.
Wow, good for you.
Oh, there was this girl named Kathy. She wasn't a skier. I guess you'd have to call her a would-be groupie. She started following me around the weekend of the championship. Yeah, she was cute. Nothing really happened. As soon as the championships were finished and I didn't bring home any trophies, well...
Poor Michael, such a loner. His love life needs a donor. Existence must be so mundane.
So what about you?
I'm just accident prone.
Amazing, always flirting. The effort she's exerting, a shame it's going down the drain. And as we're filling in the spaces and we're reading between the lines,
and though I'm met with a cool refusal,
and she's sending me valentines, but will you look at what Angie's up to, as my mother would always say.
and mine says, why did you let him get away?
And Robbie's flunking his GCSEs. I wanted him to get into Cambridge. It would be nice to think he had a chance, but somehow...
He should be smart. He has a smart mother. Does he like sports?
You know those yabos you hear about at a football match? That's my boy.
God, I haven't seen him since the day he was born.
Yeah, honest, Miss Angie, I don't know nothing about birthing babies. Some father you'd have made.
Well, we'll never know, will we?
Michael, how have you been? Not heard a word since don't know when. Did you get my letters? Well, how about it then? I know how you feel, but surely we can still be friends. If it's really good, you know it never ends. Do you remember the birthday you had when you were only 5? My brother told you that if you were bad, you might not stay alive.
Do you mean the time when I was going to get back all my presents and be 4 again?
And your mom was such a trip. Remember those piggy banks she used to make out of old bleach bottles to sell at rummage sales?
Oh, and I remember when you were the May Queen.
Scary, dancing around that maypole like a demented fairy. That's when my mother used to dress me like on the good ship Lollipop. No wonder you started calling me.
Angel wings, things that are eaten with sucker and sweetenings. Angel wings, birds of a feather should stay together.
Of course, I had the stupidest crush on you.
You did?
Oh, you knew that. I wasn't exactly subtle. I remember when I asked Carla to ask you if you had any hobbies, if you collected anything. Do you know what you answered?
No idea.
Dust. You collected dust.
Oh, come on. You were always one of the beautiful people.
Thank you, Michael, but that was not the consensus at the time.
Every nerve is touched, every hair is on its end, every palm is clutched, every heart is on the mend. Tragically simple and simply tragic. The power of a pimple is like monumental magic.
Trouble you can look at, trouble you can feel, trouble you can take to lunch, and trouble that is real. Terror in the morning, terror in your bed, terror in the way you look, and terror in your head. As the sunlight pales and the world is still unknown, and you bite your nails as you wait for him to phone, senselessly beaten and beaten senseless, the very things that sweeten you are leaving you defenseless. Easy to be stepped on, easy to betray, easy to be led around and easy to display. Funny little stories, hear what someone said. Funny to be laughed about and wishing I were dead.
Hey, Angel Wings.
Michael,
I saw you at the volleyball game.
Yeah?
Who's the blue number 16 t-shirt?
What's it to you?
He's your boyfriend.
Well,
Come on, fess up.
actually, no. Tommy and I just sort of broke up. Well, we're going to.
Why?
I don't know. Michael, why do you call me that?
What?
Angel Wings. It's childish. Nobody else calls me that.
Good. Then I have Angel Wings all to myself.
Michael, grow up. We're not in the Playtown Club anymore.
Just teasing you.
Well, I don't want to be teased right now.
Well, I guess you want to be left alone then.
Why do guys have to be so bore-headed?
I don't know why you're so steamed.
What's the matter with me? First, when I invited Tommy to dinner, he said, yeah, sure, but we couldn't set a date. Now, when I try to pin him down, he doesn't actually say no, but he seems to be trying to.
How many times have you asked him?
Every time I see him. One time he was on his way out and we didn't have time to talk. The last time he just sort of went, yeah, sure.
People do that. It's just a game people play. You shouldn't be too eager.
But then he might think I don't want him.
I think he's got the message.
Do I come on too strong?
No, but maybe he just misses the thrill of the chase.
Why would he chase me?
You're a good-looking girl. In fact, you're almost what I'd call pretty.
This is the girl in braces and braids that you couldn't face in grade 3.
Because I was too shy.
I thought because I was too ugly.
What am I supposed to say? I'm going to get back my hockey stick and my skis and be 16 again? When I first saw you here, I had to look closely. I was afraid I'd embarrass myself if you were somebody else.
Oh, but it makes me so mad. When I think about the times that we went out that I didn't feel like it, but I'd go because I didn't want to lose him. And then he'd expect me to be up all the time, to laugh at his stupid jokes.
Of course. Why wouldn't he?
You're just one guy sticking up for another.
Is he supposed to be a mind reader? If you say yes, how is he supposed to know that you mean no?
I don't actually mean no.
How can he know that? To him, you're just in a lousy mood, and he doesn't know why.
I hate it when you're so reasonable.
I know. I guess I can't say anything right.
No, try doing something wrong for a change, just so I know you're a human person.
You're never going to let me live down the spelling bee, are you?
Oh, you!
Angel Wings. Angie.
When I look at some of the girls I know in this school, the ones who hang around the pizza pad with their faces painted like corpses, you deserve to be happy. You deserve somebody.
Really?
Really. Good luck. I really do hope that things work out for you with Tommy.
Yeah, thanks.
Beautiful people are all allowed. Beautiful people can join the crowd, mingle and marry and multiply. I know who they are, but who am I? If it matters anything, if I'm going anywhere, if I stay with anyone, it will be
Hello. I didn't know you played the piano. I've seen you in my math class. You're Richie, aren't you? I remember the essay you wrote a couple of weeks ago on transactional analysis. I don't think most of the class had any idea what you were talking about, but I really identified with the adult, as opposed to the possessive parent or the obsessive child. The reasoning adult was... Of course, you know that already, don't you? I mean, the way most of the girls in the school behave, I think they're really... You do too, eh? I don't see you at very many of the school dances or anything. No, I don't either. They're not very stimulating. I'd take a good book over that any day. So, what do you do to relax? Yeah, my uncle sent us one of those for Christmas once. It took us 6 months to figure it out. I suppose you did it in 20 minutes? 5? You did it in 5 minutes? I'm impressed.
It's really something, what I've waited for. I'm created for something. I'm supposed to be who I chose to be somehow. One should never be all alone. And I like your hair. Someone give you all those clothes. Those are quite a pair, like the ones my mother sews. They're not really bad, they're just sort of quaint and bizarre. Would you like a bite? Grab a pizza after school. No, I'm turning right, and a left before the pool. Well, that's really great. Get a chance to know who you are. Something in the air that I feel today. Something in the world's turning out okay. As he takes my hand, he took my hand. So you know, Lucille, we've been friends since don't know when. Well, it's no big deal. I never mention her again. By the way, you know, you have little spots in your eyes. Something in the air that I feel today. Something in the world's turning out okay. As he takes me home, he walked me home. Is it getting late? Have you homework? I do too. And it's after 8. But tomorrow I'll see you. So we'll say goodbye. But I know I'll see you again. Something in the air that I feel tonight. Something in the world's turning out alright. And I know it will. I know it will.
Ange.
Here are those notes you asked for.
Oh, great.
What are you doing?
I'm designing, or trying to design, a swing.
It looks complicated.
It is. Very.
What's it for?
The Erickson Scholarship is worth $5,000, which I need if I'm going to go to engineering school.
That would help, I guess. What's that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a teapot stand.
Oh, it's good.
Mr. McMillan says he thinks I must have been drunk when I made it.
But you don't drink.
I tried to explain that to him, but he wouldn't believe me.
You're just too good to be true.
Guess so.
I don't know if you realize this, but I wasn't in math yesterday. I skipped.
Really? Why?
I had a dentist appointment.
Oh, that's okay.
Don't you wonder whose notes those are?
Whose are they? Sheila's?
No, Sheila wasn't there either. So whose do you think they are?
Please, I'm trying to finish this.
Do you know Richie Adams?
Yeah, nice guy.
That's whose notes they are.
Good, then I might pass.
Nice try, Michael. Score 1 for the Faux Pas Club. As a matter of fact, he's invited me to the symphony tonight.
Oh, great. I think they're playing Holst's The Planets tonight. I would go, but I have to finish this.
Well, do you think I should go?
If you like Holst, sure.
What's he like?
Do you like Hindemith?
Who's he?
I was going to say, if you like Hindemith or even Bartok, then you might like Gustav Holst. Otherwise, maybe not.
That doesn't help me. Should I go with Richie or not?
Sorry, can't help you. Unless you know your musical frame of reference, there's not much I can tell you.
Yeah, thanks. You know, you should really cut down on your drinking.
Guess so. You gonna come to the game at noon?
Not sure.
Could use the support.
Yeah, fine.
Great.
And you won't forget about Sheila's party this Sunday.
Yes, I've got it written down.
What time can you pick me up?
How's 7?
Isn't that leaving it a little late?
It's the only time I have to study.
And Richie's coming.
Great.
It is, isn't it?
Tell you what, since I already know where he lives, I'll grab him and then I'll come meet you.
Fine, Michael. That's just going to be fine.
Gotta dress the part for the role that I'm playing. Gotta make a splash if I mean what I do. Gotta put a punch in the words that I'm saying. A laugh, a grin, a smile or two. Gotta let him know I'm a woman of passion. Gotta let him see there's a brain in my head. Gotta let him hear that the cymbals are crashing in style, in art, in love, in bed.
Beautiful people will always win. Beauty not harder under your skin. Kidded and coddled and carried away. Get where they are by the games they play.
Those who are clever will last forever.
Beautiful people are so bizarre. Beauty is part of their repertoire. Fondled and favored and fickle as well. Born in a brothel and raised in hell. The uninspired thought that accounts for a dreadful lot is that courage means the guts to do what everybody tells you to. The secret of the game is that everyone's the same, but still somehow nobody knows the evidence their body shows.
Gotta get on top of the road that I'm taking. Gotta get a grip or I'll be waking up dead. Gotta have respect for the rules that I'm breaking. Beautiful people, I could be over my head.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Richie.
So, Angel Wings, how did you do in the history exam?
Fine. I think I just missed one question. What year did the Napoleonic War begin?
And what did you put?
I can't remember. I think 1795?
Oh, if I seem a little constrained, it's because I managed to pull a ligament playing volleyball.
Poor baby. Does it still hurt?
I think it started swelling. Oh, by the way, do you have any free time over Easter?
I'm staying at my father's on Good Friday.
I found this great new ski resort that just opened. It's about 70 miles away. We can take the bus.
Sounds good, but remember last time my skis got stolen.
We can rent.
And where am I going to get the money for that?
That part's been taken care of.
Well, in that case...
So I'll see you Thursday morning at 7.
Ooh, Thursday's not good for me. Richie and I are supposed to go see Bartok that night.
Oh, when can we go? Next week's out for me. My grandparents and my aunt are down from Calgary. How about Friday?
Oh, Friday I've got a wedding to go to.
Well, then I'm afraid Thursday's it for me.
Gee, Richie, would you mind if we didn't go that night? We can go to another concert sometime. Sheila!
You're right there, Rich?
Did she go with John? Oh, they did. Well, life's a bitch.
Oh, the game is on! And the time... Oh, sorry, Rich.
They were quite a team.
He's a macho stud.
She's a snob.
If I pass the test, then I'm off to find a school.
Give my brain a rest. Spending Easter by a pool.
If I don't get in, then my dad'll say, get a job. Something in the air you can feel tonight. Rich is on his own.
We're so impolite. Do you want to dance? Come on, Richie, dance.
So it's me and you. Do you want another drink?
They're all playing Clue. That'll teach their minds to think.
That's a new frontier. Pretty soon their game will be chess.
And it's so unfair. Hewlett says my work is trash. She's so debonair. Double chin and black mustache. And she's out to here. And she's telling me of finesse.
Something in the air you can taste tonight. Then without a word, Richie takes his flight as he leaves the room.
He left the room. On Monday morning I looked out and it was raining. I had a feeling I'm unsure about. Hello, Mrs. Adams? Is Richie there? Just tell him it's Angela. He isn't. Well, he left. The light was fading and the walls were slowly closing. And what was warm and kind and unafraid was turning to stone. Michael. Just past midnight. I checked with Mrs. Adams, and he still hasn't come home. Maybe we should... Thank you, Michael. On Monday morning, when the sun was barely rising, I saw a vision that won't go away. My pulse was racing and my temperature was rising. The silent arrows point accusingly to what was to come. And what have I done? Did I make you bleed inside? I didn't mean to hurt you and I'm sorry if I lied. But you know that you had to let me go. Richie!
Richie!
He's probably sleeping somewhere. On Monday morning I looked out and it was raining. I had a feeling I'm unsure about. Richie!
Are you all alone? Do you feel me standing here like the hardest stone, standing firm but so austere? Are you really scared? Because if you are, so am I. Can you feel the rain? Can you feel there's something cold? Does it hide the pain like a fever uncontrolled? And your soul is bared and you seem unable to cry. Something in the air that you feel tonight. Something in the world isn't working right, but I understand.
off. The police will find him.
But we can't just leave.
We have to!
But he loved me.
No! He didn't! Okay? Believe me, he didn't.
Something in the air that I feel tonight. Something in my life may be taking flight, and I know it will. I know it will.
I thought a skiing trip would cheer you up.
The greatest skiing expedition of all time.
Commencing at 6 a.m. precisely.
6:37. I wasn't ready.
6 a.m. precisely, I was.
Well, maybe it would have been the greatest skiing expedition of all time if I had seen the tree. So, what did I do wrong?
You panicked. You pulled out of a perfectly good turn.
I was heading straight for that
You'd have
tree.
missed it if you kept on going. The key is in the timing.
So I panicked, eh?
Just make the right move at the right time and don't be shy. How's your leg?
I can barely move it.
It's just a bruise. You'll be up and skiing again in no time.
Then it's a bruise that's very sore.
I know. I'm just kidding.
What is so funny?
I just wish I had a picture.
Well, I'm glad you can appreciate the humor in this situation, because I don't.
I'm sorry. I'll try not to laugh. How's it feel?
What? Oh, my leg. Yeah, it's fine.
I phoned Dr. Redding. He's waiting up for you.
I feel like you've been planning this trip for so long, and now I've just gone...
Gee. I guess you're gonna need an aid then.
When I think of the look you gave me, I thought I'd die. You were happy to see me, and I wondered why. Though I lay with my throbbing ankle, you only smiled like a motherly father with an ailing child. Look at me, I'm afraid of falling straight to the gate. Is it me who's stalling? Letting go can be so enthralling, waiting for the moment when the time is right.
Then look at the color, the feeling, the action is clear. Don't talk about waiting or wasting the rest of the year. It's perfect timing. So the next time you're on a pair of skis, just remember this.
And I'm feeling the world around me like I should care. And I run to the window for a breath of air. Am I starting to take my chances to break away? While everyone's looking for a game to play. Look at me, I'm afraid of flying, a chance circumstance, and I'm not even trying. Would I sell if there's someone buying, waiting for the moment when the time is right?
Then look at the surface, the aura, the tension is strong. And think of the angle, direction, you're where you belong. It's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Sheila, what do I do? I mean, I am no good at closing the deal. About letting him know the way I feel. He says he respects me. Well, maybe that's true. I don't want to press. I want him to guess the penalty for wanting more.
Dad, can we talk? Need a friend, need to know how far to bend. She and I have been spending days on end. You and Mom didn't do everything you wanted to. You were cool and you knew what's right for you. Knowing when, knowing her, knowing my mind.
Does he know who I am? Maybe I'm much too
Knowing what
shy.
I infer, maybe unkind.
Is it wise then to flirt with another guy?
Some people say if I cared I would sleep with her.
I wouldn't give up trying.
Maybe the truth is I'm scared I'm in deep with her.
Maybe I'll tell him now.
Maybe I'll take my time.
If love is the basis for sex, then why is that word so complex? Am I being selfish, or is he too cool? Or crazy, who knows? I'll see where it goes. The penalty for wanting more.
What to do, what to say, fearing she might go away, leaving me feeling gray in disarray. In the time that we spend, funny how our lives can blend. I don't know, can you mend a broken friend?
I wish he would touch me.
I mean, I know people who say I should sleep with her to know if we're right.
I need him to touch me.
Then again, maybe you have to know you're right first, and sex shouldn't be the deciding factor.
Just to show I'm not poison.
Where did it go wrong?
I think when we talked about going camping.
You probably don't even know how to pitch a tent.
Do I know how to pitch a tent? I was in the Girl Guides, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy. You take the pole here, and you connect it to the pole here, and then you spike it. And...
No, you got it all backwards. First you raise the poles, then you spike them.
Well, yeah. Everybody knows that.
All I'll say is you better like pork and beans.
What is camping without pork and beans? It would be like apple pie without ketchup. Or a lasagna without honey.
Well, I'm glad you've got the outdoor spirit.
I can't wait to try mountaineering.
Oh, then you'll hit it off with my sister. She'll try anything once.
I'm way ahead of you. Get this. Sally and I are gonna go trout fishing.
2 girls in a fishing boat. This I gotta see.
An important part of friendship is getting along with the other fellow's family.
Well, I'm sure you'll have no problem. God, once we get a fire going, all we'll need is a harmonica and a Jew's harp, and we're in business.
I haven't been camping since our family went up to Shuswap Lake and got food poisoning.
Ugh.
That was a joyous noise.
Last time I came, it poured. We had a plastic tarpaulin covering the table. I got up at 6:30 to dig a trench so we wouldn't drown. Just as I finished, my sister pops her head out of the tent and says, I would have helped you, but it looks like you got it under control.
Oh, it is a nice break from the Freaks and Weirdos Club, though. All year, some of the class have been playing a joke on Mr. Hauser. He keeps attendance every morning, and one day, Donnie added an extra name to his list. Master Bates. So every morning, Hauser calls out, Master Bates, in front of a group of immature guffaws.
That sounds like something Donnie would do.
It's so silly. It's just an innocent little word. Everybody's so shocked when they hear it. And it's something everybody does, even small babies. Our cat did it when she was in heat. If they expect us to be well-behaved and not to mess around, and, I mean, they can't expect us to... I bet all of those macho men do it. Do you, Michael?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Well, it's a bit silly to repress nature, isn't it?
It depends. I'm sure there's plenty in my nature you'd love to see repressed.
Why are you such a prude? I'm just asking an innocent question.
People talk as if it's a choice between a stark existence or a hedonistic orgy. Where does romance fit in?
I don't know, where does romance fit in?
Where did Sally go?
She and Dougie are out in the canoe.
Maybe we should get a fire going. We could roast some marshmallows or something.
You mean mushy mooloos.
What?
That's what you used to call them.
Like I called you angel wings?
Don't you sometimes wish we'd just met?
How'd you mean?
I hate it that my friends know all these embarrassing things about me. I'd rather you didn't know me when I was 4.
I don't know. We might never have broken the ice.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine what it would be like without the ice broken.
What are you talking about?
So who do you think has done it?
Done what?
Oh, you know.
What is with this new obsession of yours?
Aren't you even curious?
I don't lie awake nights thinking about it.
I'll bet you Donnie and Carla have. I could tell by that smug grin on her face a couple of weeks ago.
So? Is the world a better place for it?
What makes you so high and mighty?
I just think it's silly.
If they love each other...
Love each other? Bullshit! They just want to get laid.
What makes you such a Puritan?
I'm not a Puritan. I just know bullshit when I see it.
So sex is bullshit.
Cheap sex in the back of a car? Yeah.
Well, it's a good job no one's offering you any.
I'm gonna go see if Sally and Dougie are finished with the canoe.
Yeah, you do that.
Does it matter anymore if I'm feeling anything? Upright and perfect and easy to see, what used to be refused to be for me. Hopelessly hopeful and knowingly blind, a naked guard that's very hard to bind. Somebody promised a miracle. Somebody promised to tell me who to be. So complimentary, discreetly vivacious, a fish out of water.
I just get yelled at. Mother whines, "Oh, Angela, don't you ever think of anybody else?" And Chrissy just lies around the house sulking. God, I wish she'd get on with it. I mean, I can't believe she left Bob. He was perfect for her, macho and sentimental. He puts up with all her moods and her self-pitying bullshit. Who else is gonna listen to her? And if I have anything on my mind, I'd better steer clear, because there's only room for one problem in our house. I mean, Chrissy gets what she wants because she knows how to cry. I bet if I came in sobbing instead of screaming, a tear in the eye gets more than a clenched fist in this household. Even if underneath the feelings are the same. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know she's hurting. And I know she's not really to blame, but it's just... she's crying so loud that nobody can hear me. She leaves her husband, and that's the worst thing to ever happen to anybody. I find my friend cut his wrists, blood still fresh on them, and I'm supposed to grin and bear it. I'm not allowed to feel shocked or rejected or guilty. No. Guilty's okay, I guess.
I mean, Chrissy only left Bob. She didn't kill him. I guess I didn't actually kill him, though, did I? I mean, let's not be ridiculous. I mean, I didn't hand him the knife.
Empty and lonely and scared of the night. Without the skill, I've lost the will to fight. Love on the pages, but lies in the air. A pretty scene with little meaning there. Somebody promised a miracle. Somebody promised a better way to be. Kindly romanticized and strangely exotic. A best-selling novel by me. Am I losing control of my life? Am I waiting for miracles that never come true? Am I wasting it all just for you?
I've never felt like this before. His name is Chuck. He's 35. I feel like someone's taken over my mind. I don't know what I feel. I don't know if I feel anything. Sex? Let's just say he has a bon derriere.
Brazen and tacky and hard to ignore. Begin it all, I'll win it all and more. Blessed with a figure and charmed with a smile. I've paid the dues, I'll break the news in style. Or I could stay here and wait for a miracle. Stay here and wait for whatever comes along. With sweet civility, unbounding good humor, complacently waiting for you.
Hey, Angel Wings.
Michael,
You never called me. Didn't get food poisoning again this time, did you?
Honestly, you expect me to follow you around like a little puppy dog.
You said yourself that you had problems to deal with. I left you alone because I thought you needed space.
Space? I can hardly breathe with you around me.
What have I done?
You're in everything, Michael. When I wake up, I'll find a sweater which I maybe wore one time when we went out. Another time, I'll look at something and think, what would Michael think of this? Oh, he'd probably hate it. It's not good enough for him.
You don't need to worry. I didn't get it. I'm the one who wasn't good enough.
There is nothing in my life that you don't own a piece of.
I didn't get the scholarship. I won't be going to engineering school in September.
I'm sure your parents can help.
They've helped me enough. My father won't have anything to retire on.
Well, I have to work for my tuition. I have to find a job this summer because I've got tuition to be paid by the end of August. I've got about $800 saved from babysitting, but it's not nearly enough.
Somehow, I don't doubt you'll get it.
Why do you say that?
I don't mean it the way it sounds, but everything is so assured with you.
What are you talking about? Everybody expects you to make it. Your place in line is held. Nobody ever doubted you for a minute. Michael's smart. Michael's secure. Michael's reliable. Whenever you accomplish something, everybody makes a big fuss about it. You don't hear them oohing and awing over my pictures, do you?
Well, I guess I'll have to work and try again next summer.
That's a drag.
Yeah, a real drag.
In a way, I'm glad there's something you haven't already mastered to perfection.
You know what? I could actually use some cheering up. How about we drive up to Cultus Lake tomorrow?
I can't. Chuck and I are going to play softball. His office has a team, and I've said I'll play.
Chuck?
Yeah, he's my new boyfriend. You know I said I had things on my mind? Well, that was it.
So, you're feeling better now?
Yeah, I am actually.
That's great. I'm glad you're not upset anymore. So, how are things with you and Chuck?
Groovy. Peachy keen.
I think you should know that you let me believe that it was me that you were in love with.
Yeah, how's that?
Angela, for heaven's sake, we went camping together. We did everything together.
Not everything.
No, you're right. We did not reach the exalted state of fuck. But you called me every other day. What other conclusion was I supposed to come to?
Oh, Michael. You should know by now that's just me. I'm like that to everybody. We're just friends and that's all we ever were. I was going out with Tommy, now I'm with Chuck. You know Ricky Greenspan? He thinks I'm in love with him too.
But all the late night phone calls. You know what everybody says? Girls don't call guys in the middle of the night.
Everybody? Who have you been talking to? Michael, grow up. You've only known me for most of your life. Honestly, you think you'd know me better by now. You're just not boyfriend material.
But all the deep personal questions you asked me.
I'm just interested in people, period. Don't take it so seriously.
You mean you were just...
Oh, it's just that coquettish manner of mine. Drives men mad, I know. But that's just me, and I'm not going to change.
Try to.
You never asked me if the world revolved around you. You never asked me, was I hot or was I cold? You never called me when my world was run aground. You just made me feel bought and sold. You say these feelings are in my imagination, but do you realize the joke was all on you? A very subtle act of prestidigitation. I had my dreams. I had a hint of self-esteem, but I was hoping for something more. There was a fire in me, and it was burning so bright. A great desire in me, but you've extinguished the light. If I could close my eyes and never think about you, to learn to compromise and never give a care. I know it may be wise to learn to live without you, but somehow you'll always be there.
Michael, have you been? Not heard a word since don't know when. Did you get my letters? Well, how about it then? I know how you feel, but surely we can still be friends. If it's really good, you know it never ends. When someone hates you, you leave him behind. He doesn't matter at all. But if he loves you, then soon you will find you're waiting for the fall.
The last time I saw you, I think I'd just finished art school. Chuck's dad was packing to leave the planet, so I packed and left Chuck.
But you hadn't left him yet.
Oh, yes, I had. I mean, in essence, I had. There were still some details to settle, like telling him. Anyway, I was visiting my mother then. Where was Chuck? He must have had work or something. Oh, I know. He was at a kinsman's convention.
I think I was working on my model railway then. Oh yeah, sorry about the smell. I'm building the Grand Canyon in the spare room. I found this H.O. Pike at a hobby shop. They were having a fire sale, you know. So how have you been?
Well, as you can see, I'm carrying an extra passenger.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming close to a stop.
She's due any day now. I don't actually know that she's a she, but I just have this feeling.
Wishful thinking, maybe?
I don't think any of this is wishful thinking.
Okay, no more questions.
Can I sit down?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I feel like a hippopotamus.
Funny, you don't look like one.
Imagine me, a mother.
Yeah, really.
Yes, sorry. This will be a fun little experiment.
Well, take heart. I was an accident too, you know.
This isn't an accident. I know babies don't come from storks. I always laugh when people call their babies an accident. It's impossible. Then again, maybe Chuck was the accident.
And what does Chuck do?
He broods, and he breeds. He should have been a farmer. He'd get a 4-H award for this one. No, he sells insurance. Has done for 15 years.
Oh, I didn't know that he was...
You should know me by now, Michael. Most of the guys I go out with are at least 30. Don't you know? Women like more mature, grown-up men.
And the most attractive ones get their choice of the bunch, right?
I'm not really sure that Chuck and I ever chose each other. I think we just kind of turned up at the same church on the same day, and there was a wedding going on, and we said, why not?
And how is married life treating you?
You can't ask questions like that of a married lady.
Seems kind of pointless to ask a single one.
There is some truth in that. It's sort of nice and sort of crazy. Hot and cold. I mean, what isn't?
A strange thing that happens only once in a while when my mind starts to slip away. And along comes a stranger with a gift to beguile and a new set of games to play and nothing to say. Well, I'm just a sucker for succulent and smile, but I laughed at the things he said. I mean, love is just a subject to be handled with style, but he took me straight to bed. And you wondered about the dreams I had. He touched me and a chill went down my spine each time he kissed me, and the thrill I thought would never go away. My chance to discover something more than a smile was to count every coop he's flown. For each revelation that I add to his file, I've a cuckold to call my own. And I wonder about the dreams he has. He touched me and a chill went down my spine each time he kissed me, and the thrill I thought would never go away. If it matters anything, if I'm going anywhere, if I stay with anyone, it will be him. The time that I waste on him to make up his mind while my own seems to disappear. The lawyers are ready and the papers are signed, but I'll wait just another year. I wondered about the dreams we had. He touched me and a chill went down my spine. I'm so afraid he'll never go away.
It's starting!
What's starting?
The contractions.
Now? You're having it now?
I didn't come in here looking like the Hindenburg for gas, honey.
Well, shouldn't you be at the hospital or something? You didn't tell me you were due now. Are you premature?
Today's the day.
Whoa, hold it. And I suppose you plan on having it here in my living room?
Believe it or not, there are less friendly places.
What about Chuck? Should I call him?
No, you do, and I'll split your lip.
Somehow I did not imagine that it would be like this.
Call Dr. Redding. His number's in my purse.
Where's your purse?
On the Chesterfield next to you.
I can't find him.
Oh, let me see. Look under D.
Okay, but your labor has just started, right?
I've been having contractions for the past 6 hours. Until now, they've been about 20 minutes apart.
So what do you want me to do?
Just call him. He'll tell you.
I'm
calling him. What do I say?
Just tell him.
Dr. Redding. Hi. This is Michael Johnson. I'm calling on behalf of a patient of yours, Angela Richardson.
Naismith.
What?
My name is Naismith.
Oh, her name is Angela Naismith. Yes. No, her leg is fine. That was 3 years ago. I'm calling because she's expecting a baby. Yeah. Well, her contractions are getting closer together. A lot closer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
What did he say?
He said to relax. He's making arrangements for you at the hospital, but he said not to move and to call him when they're, say, 10 minutes apart.
Bull, he did not say that. I've got to get to that hospital.
Will you relax?
I think I just felt my water break.
What does that mean?
It means I'm having it now.
Okay, I'll call him back.
Now!
Will you calm down?
I feel like a leaky waterbed.
I don't suppose you brought your toothbrush?
Michael, shut up and start your car.
I don't have a car!
Call Dr. Redding and tell him to get here now.
Okay. Dr. Redding? Now!
Is he coming?
Now you have to understand, I don't know the first thing about obstetrics.
Don't need to worry.
So the doctors will put you under like an operation, right?
Well,
Well, what? What do you mean?
in natural childbirth, I'll be awake. I was hoping you'd be there.
Well, look what Chuck's missing.
I don't want Chuck.
Good, because he's not here.
I want you.
No, Chuck is your husband.
But you're my friend.
I don't understand.
You don't have to understand.
I'm not watching the delivery.
Why not?
Because it's not my baby, it's Chuck's.
Chuck isn't here. I need you, Michael.
Oh, how many times have you reeled me in with that one?
I really don't want to debate this. I'm going to have a baby, and I'm in a lot of pain. And the fact that my husband is off screwing some Kinette is not my fault. I need you. I don't want some doctor that I don't know.
It's not that you can trust old friends more, you know. It's just that you know how far you can trust them.
But you've known me for so many years.
No, I only knew you so many years ago.
Michael, if you've ever felt anything for me, I need you. Because I'm alone right now. And I've never been alone like this before. Please. Oh, Michael, I already know what I want to call him.
I think you should relax.
But I want to call him Michael.
Don't be ridiculous. We don't want people to think that he's playing.
Chuck wants me to call him Robert after his uncle, but
Then Robert it is. I agreed to go this far with you. Now there's a call waiting for you on the phone.
Oh, Mother. That is just like her. Hello? Oh, Chuck. He told you. How long have you been on the line? Well, of course, Robert. Yeah, I like that. Oh, we'll pick a middle name later. 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Yeah, sounds like a meat market. So, when will you be home? I'm going to stay at my mom's for a few days. Yeah, I know you do. Me too. I'll see you in a few days. I'm glad you're happy. Bye. I had to tell him something. I can't just be alone.
Robert it is then.
Yeah. Robert Michael.
Well, I'll be damned.
Michael, I'm in London now. I'd love to hear some news. Our old rapport is something I could use. All my friends have been unfaithful, no one seems to ride. Silly me, I know it's just an oversight. You know that Robbie calls me by name. He never calls me Mom. I'd like to think that his father's to blame. He says that I'm his chum. Chuck, he has his problems, but he never cheated me. Now we're separated, me with custody. Well, you know I get what's coming, you're a decent guy. I confess I never had an alibi. When someone hates you, you leave him behind. He doesn't matter at all. But if he loves you, then soon you will find you're waiting for the fall.
I write this letter with a hint of hesitation, but you should know all that's been happening to me. For in the locker room the night of graduation,
Sheila tells me you busted your leg. No longer hell on skis. So now we're even, you're cut down a peg. You know I only tease.
somebody promised a miracle. Somebody promised to tell me who to be. Instincts are fallible, my good work is punished, and God is a liar.
I didn't get it. I'm the one who wasn't good enough.
Everybody expects you to make it. Your place in line is hell. Nobody ever doubted you for a minute.
What about all the deep personal questions you asked?
Michael, grow up! You're just not boyfriend material.
Where does romance fit in?
I don't know, where does romance fit in?
We're just friends, and that's all we ever were.
I think you should know that you let me believe that it was me that you were in love with.
He's my new boyfriend.
The police will find him.
But we can't just leave
We
him.
have to!
But he loved me.
No! He didn't! Just make the right move at the right time and don't be shy.
Fine. Michael. 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 Michael.
Could it be me who I see standing here, so full of promise yet consumed by fear? The obstacles before me interchange, yet the path I travel on I prearrange. Now I'm happy in a way I've never been, happy that my sensibilities survive. I may not be number one, but at least my spirit is alive.
I used to shudder when you took my hand. It's very hard to make you understand. It scared me in a way I can't explain, but a feeling that I'm longing to regain. Now I'm happy in a way, I'm growing old, happy just to pass another lonely night. I may still be on my own, doesn't matter, then again it might. Can I have freedom and liberty when I have never learned to care? What is the use of eternity with never a feeling to share?
Now you're building your own house.
Yeah, it's gonna have a workshop, 3
Not
bathrooms, and 4 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms.
She's thinking co-ed rooms.
The study could become a gym.
Well, this place is certainly big enough.
I thought I should plan ahead.
Sounds to me like you have.
Well, you never know who I might meet someday. Anyway, a bunch of other people have invited me to design houses for them too.
No!
Mostly for friends. I'm hoping to start my own business if I can get all the right certification.
That's wonderful, Michael.
This actually isn't the living room. It's a master bedroom.
Then why does it have a main entrance?
It doesn't. That's my picture window.
What about a walk-in closet?
Right over there. There's also room for a sewing corner.
A corner for sewing. You're kidding. It's going.
A sauna purely on a whim.
And as I'm filling in the spaces, I'm imagining this were mine. And while I see that it has potential, rearranged to my own design. But what it needs is a cozy feeling and a wide open space to roam. In short, I need to make his house my home.
So, are you in the market to buy a house?
Oh no, I was just sniffing. How's business?
Well, I don't make a lot of money, but I do okay. There have been some rough times and odd jobs to pay the bills.
But at least you know what you want.
Do you?
Yeah. A hug. You were right. We are both on a one-way ticket to hell.
I've been to hell, but I've come back. How about you?
How was the journey?
I know what it is to live alone, and I know that I can do it if I have to.
Same here. But that doesn't mean we have to. There's a great expression. 2 rivers that flow into one can carry a bigger ship.
My father once told me that if a girl hurt me once, it was her fault. If she hurt me again, it was mine. I also remember you telling me that we were just friends, and that's all we'll ever be. Maybe we really should just be friends.
Tell you what, Let's take the just out of being friends.